The ability to shoot an effective jump shot in the sport of basketball is critical to a player's success. In an attempt to better understand the aspects related to expert performance, we have investigated successful free throws and jump shots of various basketball players and identified movement variables that contribute to their success. The purpose of this study was to complete a systematic review of the scientific literature on the basketball free throw and jump shot for the purpose of revealing the critical components of shooting that coaches, teachers, and players should focus on when teaching, learning, and practicing and performing a jump shot. The results of this review are presented in 3 sections. Section 1, variables that affect ball trajectory. Section 2, phases of the jump shot. And Section 3, additional variables that influence shooting. Prior to analyzing the biomechanical principles within a basketball jump shot, it is essential to understand the importance of technical phases involved within the shot. By ensuring the technique and technical phases are presented and performed appropriately, the accuracy of the shot can translate in resulting to more beneficial results for the team due to more points. These crucial technique elements of the shot can be broken down into 3 movement phases, which if successfully linked together will create a perfect shot, thus meaning optimal accuracy. These phases include the preparation phase, the execution phase, and the follow-through phase. When preparing for a jump shot, facing the basket ready to shoot, a player should face up. The feet do not need to be squared up in a parallel position. While this is not critical, it will help a player to take a balanced shot. Some players change their stance once they have mastered the shot, but beginning players need to align their body so that their shooting shoulder is forward and feet are evenly apart facing the basket. The stance can be evenly spread or slightly staggered and narrow. Slightly staggering the stance allows the shooter a forward or backward motion while jumping and keeps the body upright for the shot. This also helps to keep the body aligned with the basket. With either stance, it is recommended to jump from a moderate counter movement. When jumping, there should be a knee flexion of 115 to 120 degrees. Before jumping, the shooting side foot should be slightly forward, and having feet slightly pointed outwards will provide a stable and balanced base for this jump shot. More advanced players have slight changes in techniques to produce longer shots. This may include a slight change in forward movement or less horizontal shift in the shooter's center of gravity. It is better to jump as vertical as possible with a stable base. It is suggested that to achieve best results, the shooter should keep the ball, wrist, elbow, and shoulder aligned with the target basket. It is believed that the traditional jump shot stance of squaring up to the basket can make it difficult to achieve a consistent shooting form. It is recommended to develop players to have a staggered stance so that they can align the shooting hand and the arm with the target basket. As can be seen in the demonstration, this drill can be used to improve a player's accuracy when shooting the ball in a high-stress in-game situation. During this drill, the player must take 5 shots from 5 different points on the 3-point line for a total of 25 shots. The aim of this drill is to simulate an in-game situation where the player receives the ball from any position on the 3-point line. The player must then release the ball quickly without sacrificing good technique before moving on to the next spot on the 3-point line. Some players have a high release point when shooting the ball. This can increase the chance of accuracy due to the hard release. When a player releases the ball from a higher point, it decreases the distance the ball must travel to the target. It also decreases the ball velocity and increases the angle of the basket, making the chances of the ball going higher. Muscle memory refers to the notion that the physical body remembers what it experiences. If you have learned how to ride a bicycle, then you have experienced muscle memory. Get back on a bike, even if it's been a long time since you have ridden, and your brain and the neurological connections that run through your body will naturally recall how you ride a bike. You will repeat the same balancing and pedaling motions necessary to stay upright, to move forward, and to brake appropriately. Fortunately, you won't have to learn how to ride a bike all over again. Riding a bike is locked into your muscle memory. When it comes to shooting free throws or shooting a basketball from any spot in the court, developing muscle memory is not just a mental recollection about how to shoot the ball. Shooting accurately is about allowing your muscle memory to take over the shot so that you just shoot with ease. However, remember that it is just like riding a bike. Practice it over and over and shooting will become locked into your muscle memory, so that when you go to shoot, your natural shot is right there to be taken. Clearly, teaching solid mechanics in youth basketball is necessary for developing muscle memory from the free throw line. Remember, practice makes permanent, not perfect. Practicing well and developing good body mechanics is critical right from the start.